You can just say, like, you may know...
Hey! Oh, no. No, voice cracked.
Was that serious? I thought it was like
a
joke.
I started. No, it is. That's the way I'm going to start it. Welcome to High Low LOL. I'm here with Eric McDerek Borders.
I forgot my name for a second.
No. That's
cool.
That's just what I have in my my phone. I didn't know your last name for the longest time.
It's close enough.
Yeah, so this is High Low LOL. We're here having a few adult beverages and gonna just talk about a few stories that we got.
If things go well.
Yeah, we might just shoot the breeze and just sit. You know what? I don't even think we want to talk. We can just sit here in comfortable silence.
Yeah, I just wanted to drink. Honestly.
Yeah, just drink. Just listen. I'm open to just sitting here in comfortable silence or uncomfortable silence, whichever way you'd be.
Yeah, I can do that for a good hour.
Yeah,
at least.
I mean, it'd be good we get some room tone for the podcast, like for audio purposes. But
right.
Yeah, and I think that's good radio. Really, just nobody talking. Just really like you're alone with your thoughts.
Right. That's that really poses like a lot of questions to the person, like existentially. They can just think and
yeah. So we actually do have a purpose for this podcast.
Yeah, we can try.
Yeah, we can try to have a purpose. All right, so the idea of this podcast is we pick a topic, and then we got a high story, a low story, and an LOL story. You have to have a high, you don't have to have a low, but you also have to have an LOL. That could have been said more clearly, but you know what? I'm going to say it how I want, because I'm the host. All right, so let's start this off with the way we start off all these podcasts. Marry, bang, kill. I'm going to come up with three people. You have to pick the three.
Ugh.
And then you come up with three for me.
You should have told me beforehand. I have to premeditate this.
Nah, dude. It's all... when we do this at work, you do have to... It does take you a little while to come up with the...
Take a long time, yeah.
Yeah. You get your lists together. All right, so... Top of my dome. I literally can't think of a single name. Or single female human. Or male human. Would you rather have both, or like some sort of hybrid? You know what? Caitlyn Jenner, because we're going hybrids. Oh. All right. So Caitlyn Jenner, post-op. Caitlyn Jenner.
Mm-hmm. Does
have all the money and everything as well. So you come along with that.
No difference. Okay.
Yeah. And also a facelift. So she looks a little younger.
How old is she? Like 50s?
Got to be in the 60s.
60s? That could be 60s.
Late 50s, early 60s, I'm assuming. Let's Google that, actually.
Guess those kids are looking kind of old. And
yeah. Shit. I just recently saw a picture. It was on Instagram of like the family, all of them before plastic surgery, and it's like Bruce Jenner as a man, but then like all the rest of them are like all just like fat little kids. Like
yeah. Kim probably would have ended up okay, but...
Yeah, she would have been fine. She does... I did see another thing, how much she looks like Jafar from the animated Aladdin. Her pre...
Mm-hmm, yeah, like the very slim...
A very slim face, kind of...
like the middle of the face at least, like the nose.
If she grew a goatee, like back then, she would look just like that. Ooh, Emma Watson. But she is missing both her eyes. And will not get glass eyes. She refuses to get glass eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Because she thinks that's below her. Because she's Emma Watson.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and the last person would be Ryan Gosling with a functional vagina as well.
Well, I think it's okay if a girl doesn't have eyes. I mean, like, what's the depth of those eye sockets?
True.
Like,
well, what are you? You're just staring into the abyss of her.
Like, is like the aftermath of a burn victim, where like it heals over, kind of.
Ooh,
a little bit of depth, but still.
The left eye is like that. The other one is like it's a gaping hole, void.
What?
Yeah,
okay.
So it's like when you look into it, like you can't really see like the back. Okay. Unless there's good lighting on the front.
Anyway, I think this is a pretty clear and cut case.
Okay, fair.
Marry Emma Watson.
Smart.
Bang Ryan Gosling.
Okay.
And absolutely kill Caitlyn Jenner.
You're missing... Well, I should have changed the Ryan Gosling. I should have like taken away his money and done something. Yeah, that is too easy. All right, fair. All right, so let's hear what you got for me.
All right,
let's hear this brain buster.
I was trying to think of things, but this little duck looks like Star Wars.
Yeah. So for the people at home, you are wearing. It actually you're not wearing anything. Well, you are wearing clothes, but
I am.
Thank God. You're holding a rubber ducky that I keep on my desk in my apartment, but it looks like a stormtrooper rubber ducky, which is pretty cool.
I'm also holding a basketball.
And holding a basketball. So
I gotta hold something.
Yeah,
gotta be holding maternal instinct.
Yeah. Listen, man, they kick in. They start to kick in around this age, and you're like, you know what? I need to be a mother. And I get it. I get it completely. I wake up mornings thinking, oh, where's the baby? But like, there's no baby.
You're like, oh shit,
the baby.
But yeah, so I was thinking, Jar Jar Binks. He's an obvious one.
Of course,
squirrely dude. Let's see.
You know, there's a lot of people like that think like that Jar Jar character is a racist.
Sith Lord?
Racist? No. Well, Sith Lord, but a racist stereotype. Because the way they talks, I'm like, that's pretty messed. Like, if that was the idea behind it,
it's a bit stretching. Isn't he like, what's he, a Gungan?
He kind of like he's a Gungan, yeah. I don't know.
I think they're just pushing too hard.
Well, either way.
Yeah. So we got that guy. Who else is in that universe?
Oh, we're staying in the Star Wars universe? Just the
universe.
You're
giving me a very low time limit.
Yeah.
So let's see. Anakin, except he's from episode 1, so he's still
he's
still a boy. Yep.
All right, fair.
And let's see. And then you got C-3PO.
Oh,
but he doesn't stop talking
the whole time.
Yeah.
Just forever.
He can't go 10 seconds without talking. Let's say that.
I mean, that sounds like C-3PO in the movies.
Yeah. You can't turn off his voice.
So anything. That's forever. You know what? I'm probably... Because they really... I don't think they ever specify if Jar Jar is male or female.
I mean, I guess they don't. Heavily implied.
Heavily implied that he's male. Well, and that I said he, so... We've just assumed. Maybe that's just like my...
There's probably a female Gungan somewhere in there.
It could be my just previous biases of being like, no, it's a guy. He's a guy.
Right.
But like, who knows?
It is like a water-based, right? Like amphibious race. So and they're kind of squirrely.
They can switch. Yeah. Everyone knows most amphibians. Well, some can switch sexes to produce asexual.
Or they just look the same.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I've seen some hot lady frogs.
I've not.
You are living in the past, my friend. So I'm probably gonna marry Jar Jar, as sad as that is, because at some point, it's
disgusting.
They can. Well, I mean, it's better. Well,
marry Jar Jar Binks,
the most hated person in all of Star Wars.
He starts every sentence with Misa, 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 Misa. Can you live with that?
Well,
Misa gonna cook dinner.
I feel like I would get used to it. I would get used to that, but I couldn't get used to like C-3PO talking all the time forever.
Right, but
like I could bang C-3PO because like sex robots are not far away.
It's true.
Like we're pretty close to that as a society, and I think I could be ahead of the curve on that, banging C-3PO.
You wouldn't just marry him, though? I mean, he's a robot. You can just send him out in the yard. He's designed to work, right?
See, I've thought about it, but, like, he's switched, like, so many hands, like, had his, like different owners that, like, I feel
he's
like
been passed around too much.
He's passed around too much. Like, he's used up, like, as a robot.
Yeah. Anakin's always got to rebuild him.
Yeah, he's like, he keeps losing his arm and stuff. But,
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. He's always telling me, I got a new red arm. Like, I don't want to talk to you anymore. Like... Yeah. I'll bang C-3PO one time. Because also, again, androgynous.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you're not sure.
Right.
And, like, if all the things that can get fixed on him, I can, like, probably...
Yeah, you just order a new part.
Yeah, you just order it. You're like...
Slip it in and out, yeah.
You're like, hey, you and R2 were a thing, right? Like, How does he think? And I'm gotta kill Anakin because they're all young Anakin's the most annoying version of that Anakin.
Really? I think
more so than Hayden Christensen. I think so.
I think Hayden's the most annoying one. He's just like so emotional.
He's
emotionally charged the entire time.
Yeah, he is an emotional guy, but he's emotional because he's a teenager. I'm one of those people that's like I defend the prequels.
I get it, but like
I defend them, and I'm also like I get it. They're bad.
Such a crybaby, man.
Yeah, he's a little B.
Just like it's Obi-Wan's fault the whole time.
Yeah, it's Obi-Wan's fault. Like, quit crying. Your mom just died. I'm like, oh wait, that is a good reason to cry. Yeah. All right, so yeah, that's my 3. I'm marrying Jar Jar, banging C-3PO, and killing young Anakin.
All right. Well, I mean, then you're just as bad as Anakin, right? If you're killing younglings.
Oh yeah, I'm killing kids.
It's cyclical.
And that's why I identify with.
I guess so. Shit,
with
yeah.
Teenage Anakin. There's a theory out there that George Lucas designed each of the prequel movies by like what age the audience would be that should watch it. Like Phantom Menace is 4 and but like Anakin at that age, like Anakin like being 9 and then at like 17, like a 17-year-old would like episode 2 and then like a 25-year-old would like episode 3, which I think is just
I think it sounds kind of bogus.
I think it's
a cool theory.
It's a cool theory.
Cool theory, no backing.
Yeah, literally no data to back that up.
But yeah.
But either way. All right, so we decided on a topic, and that topic is camping.
Okay.
Did we decide camping, or do we want to do a different topic?
No, that's good.
We can do we can do whatever topic.
No. I was making notes earlier for camping.
All right, good.
I just didn't want you to like make me look stupid if I said it.
And the topic is politics. Oh no.
Yeah.
That'll divide the audience. Cross this off. Yep. Oh, and we're crossing it off the big board. Camping can no longer be done. We may do a. I can't find the other one. I designed this. I have a list on a whiteboard in my office here, with a chicken scratch list of different podcast topic options. And
yeah, you spelled restaurant wrong.
Yeah, I spelled restaurant wrong, which is sad because I work at a restaurant. I think I spelled. There's no way I spelled neighborhood stories correctly.
Actually, looks good.
No, neighborhood has got to be wrong.
Nah.
Did I put? I also for some reason.
Maybe 1-0. It
was like 1 a.m.
No. What's under neighborhood stories though? I could not for the life of me figure that out.
That's what I was gonna say. I wrote this at like 1 a.m. and I was like because I was like, oh, these are great ideas, and like because I got up out of bed and I started writing them, and I was like, grocery store is what that word is.
Oh,
yeah, which I'm like now in my like coherent like normal like not sleepy brain. I'm like, what grocery store stories can anyone have? I was like, for some reason, because I was like thinking, like, I was like, oh, I could have my mom on the podcast.
Yep, just go down every aisle.
I was like, you know what? My mom likes the grocery store. I don't know. Is that sexist?
That was a good mom episode.
Yeah, you know what, Mom? You got to have grocery store stories. Like my mom's like a writer and like a published author, and I'm like, you know what? You know about the grocery store. Let's talk to her about that. All right. So yeah, we just crossed off camping. We may do a Camping 2 episode if anyone has any other good stories that they would like to share on it. All right. Do you want to start off with that, with your high?
Okay.
If you have one.
I do have a high.
You should, because that's the rule on the podcast.
Yeah. I had a decent high.
All right, good.
Because I've been camping, my whole life.
Your whole life.
My whole life been camping.
Get a quick southern accent there. I pick that up.
Yeah. Every, maybe 3 times a year.
I think about going camping, and I gotta go, All right.
Yeah, we had a pop-up, and then, we upgraded to
I remember that from your...
To a bigger...
Yeah.
Like, kind of a fifth wheel. But this one was more of a tent camping a few years back with a group of friends. There was maybe like 5 of us. We wanted to go up to Lake Louisa State Park because they got primitive camping spots, which is No
Do you have
electricity.
to go like deep into the woods? 'Cause
A little
I've
bit.
never camped out there.
Yeah,
I don't know.
they got 2 camping spots, so it's kind of exclusive in that regard
Fair.
compared
It's
to
a bit exclusive.
yeah,
it's
compared to like the 100 camper spots. And
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's no electricity, no hookups, none of that stuff. There's not like a fire pit. There's just a picnic table.
just one picnic
And a
table.
sign that says like you are here.
This is the picnic table.
This is it. So I got there late and it's dark. I gotta
You gotta make your way through.
luckily I knew like I had been to the campsite before to like scope it out and
You
stuff.
had like an idea of
So
where
I had an idea.
some sort of mental
'Cause
picture.
I was the last one to get there, and we're all there and we're getting ready and we're gonna get a fire going, and then they brought some like military grade beans to cook and
Green beans.
so like I don't know, they didn't actually
As
bring
opposed
like
to
they didn't
just-
bring actual food or anything.
They're like, we got military
It's just-
freeze dried beans in case there's no water around.
Just like one, it was just a little bit.
It's like the stuff you can eat in space.
Yeah.
Is that like
And I had at least a monster because I wanted to be
you're like, I gotta be
energized.
Well, you want to be awake walking through the woods. You don't want to be
Yeah.
like dozing off as you're like,
Yeah,
oh no,
yeah.
there's a
And then
sea bear.
but they all decided to take shrooms, which was
Oh,
cool.
wow.
I didn't want to do that. 'cause
You're like, I'm
that's-
all right. I don't
that's
need
a
that.
little risky, but
Did they think you were like that you were a bear that was attacking? They're like, oh no, there he is.
no.
But a very, very kind bear. Like,
Yeah, so they. I mean, I don't know if I noticed it from them too much, but
did
I mean,
they?
I guess they were a
at
little,
what point?
little
At what
odd.
point did they tell you? Was it like early on? They were like, "Hey, we're on shrooms." Like, or
No,
like,
they like took it like after I got there.
so you would. They were like, "Okay, we're getting ready," wondering,
Yeah.
and you're like, "Nah, yeah, nah." Okay.
Yeah,
Fair.
and then there's this one guy who got the fire started, and it was just this little baby fire, and he was like, it was almost like he's just like that pothead mentality. He's like, dude, I gotta keep this fire alive. Man.
This fire is my soul,
Yeah.
and I have to keep it awake.
So like we went and would do the trails because there's like miles and miles and miles of trails and forks
Yeah,
in the
dude.
road. I mean,
Throughout-
there's so much.
I've walked on trails there before. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like-
they're really long. I mean,
Yeah.
you could walk all night
There was
easily.
one. Me and Darcy just went on a bike ride a couple days ago, and I guess there's like on the trail, on like the bike trail, like to West Orange.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I guess there's like one you can go all the way around Lake Apopka, and like, but it's like 10 miles, and and my brother-in-law saw like stopped there and like looked and like was looking at it, and like a lady like came up to him. She was like, "Hey, you going on the trail?" And he was like, "No, I'm all right." Like I was just checking. I didn't even know this was a thing. And she goes to him. She's like, "I do this every day before work, 10 miles every day before." I was like, "Geez, like that's
pretty
like
serious.
that's a day."
Yeah, that is a long time.
Yeah, but I assume like Louise is the same way. Like there's like a bunch of them. They like
Yeah, there's a
gotta be,
lot.
like 20-mile ones.
Yeah, and a lot of it's like kind of sandy almost.
Yeah,
Some of it at least. So, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. We like walked the trails all night, and we'd hear like weird ass sounds, like
and they're
like wolves
and they're experiencing the wolves and stuff on shrooms. So they're like,
yeah, wolves and cows and stuff. Like we had to stop by a couple of trees because they were scared they were gonna get like jumped, and
they're like,
they had to like climb up and
Oh,
have,
they-
have like an escape.
they're
spot.
like, if I can get up this tree in 38 seconds, I'll be flying from the wolves. Like,
Yeah, and we got like a little lost, but we find it, and we get back to the campsite, and then the dude's still tending the fire.
Oh, the fire guy's still there.
He's like on the ground in the dirt with his face on his hands in front of the fire, and he's just like slowly, adding stuff to
just
it.
stoking. He is focused on this fire.
Yeah, and he's like, "This fire, it's not gonna die tonight."
This fire. I love this
Yeah.
fire.
And we even went to one of the docks. We hiked a bit
Yeah.
to one of the docks, and it was perfect timing. Up over the far side of the lake, the moon was coming up, and it was like a full moon.
Dude.
Yeah, it was like so dope. It was
That's pretty
perfect
dope.
timing, and we're all like, we're gonna come here at the same time to see the sunrise. And we're like, okay, we'll do that. And then, like, everybody was falling asleep, though, knocking out.
Yeah, of
knocking
course.
out.
Like once the moon's
wussies.
high in the sky.
And it was just me and the dude tending the fire.
I would assume the drugs had something to do with
Maybe.
it. Yeah. They're like, wow, we're really tired. You're like, what? You're like, I've had a monster. They're like, this is a very different drug.
I
than
was
what we
ready,
took.
yeah.
Caffeine is very different.
And yeah, it was just me and the fire guy. We were chilling out
Yeah.
for how long? and then like the sunlight was shining through the forest, looking gorgeous.
Yeah.
If you've ever like stayed up all night, especially in nature, and see the sunrise, it's amazing. Like the last bit of
It was just
anything,
a dope, yeah, just a dope night.
was me and the fire guy, we ended up going to see the sunrise.
And you're like, and fire guy's like, that is the greatest fire of all.
He was like so stoked that he had kept it going, and then like he's looking at the sunrise. He's like, dude, this is like the most beautiful thing. It puts everything else, it makes everything seem meaningless besides this
moment
like,
here.
Yeah, it was like such a bonding moment between guys, it's because we shared the moment.
A bro moment.
Forever.
And
you probably forgot already.
That guy, well, he was high on shrooms, so I assume he was done.
He was probably coming down by then.
Yeah. He was coming down, but he was at the highest he's ever been at that moment. That's pretty funny. All right. Well, my high of camping was when I was younger, my dad and I would go to like father-son camping trips with like our church group and stuff. So we'd do that, which was the best because like, it would be me, my brother, my dad, and we'd go to like this campground over in, I think it was in Apopka. Somewhere, I don't know. I was younger, so I didn't know roads.
Right.
But yeah, so we would go there, and there'd be like these like camping sites we could do like set up our tents, or there would be like bunks that we could go to, and it'd be like a sleepaway camp essentially is what it was. Like we do that for like a 3-day weekend, and it'd be like us and like my uncles and my cousins and stuff, and also like a bunch of other dudes from our church, which was cool, but. This one time we went there and they had like a pool there, but like a huge diving board because it was like built in like the 60s when like diving boards were like,
okay. No regulation.
Yeah, there was no regulation, so it was like the highest diving board ever, and like it's like the one time I've ever been off of a huge, big ass like Olympic style diving board.
Yeah, I've never done that.
It's fun. It's cool. The fall feels way longer, and I remember when I was like than you would expect because you're like, oh, I'm falling. Whoa, I'm still falling. like it's like the longest fall of your life, unless you're skydiving, which doesn't. I guess from what I've heard, my grandma went skydiving. Like it doesn't feel like you're falling; it just feels like you're being pushed down. I guess.
Kind of makes sense, I guess.
Because it's gravity.
Because it's like you can't really gauge based on the landscape and stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
So you're just like it's like gravity's literally pulling you to the ground.
Yeah, like your brain doesn't quite
fully grasp.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. Anyways, we would go to that.
Brain.
Stupid organ in my head. Yeah, we would go to those camping sites, and I can't remember, but this like fully, but this one time we were there, and there was like because it gets dark obviously at campsites, like there's no lights out and stuff anywhere, so like they made sure it got dark, and like there's so many stars out, and like one dude brought his like big telescope. We were like looking at like all the stars and stuff, and it was like because like it lights up like the amount of stars that come out because of all the light pollution that we have here, like you don't see as many. But like when you're out in the wilderness and stuff, like you can see stars and stuff, which is cool. But yeah, we did that with telescope, and like we were going to bed, and it was like I was younger, so it was probably like 11:30. Like Dad's like, all right, everybody's like, my dad was kind of like the leader of like this group, and he was like, all right, we gotta go get back to our bunks, do this whole thing, and we get into the bunks, and everybody's like in their spots, and like all the lights are out. Like, all right, it's time to go to sleep. And it was like me, my brother, and this other boy who's around my age, Aaron Dwyer. We were all like just being annoying, just being like the most annoying like 10-year-old boys like that we could be, and like my brother was in on it, and we were just like just back and forth, like everybody's trying to sleep, we'd been like running around all day, so like the adults are like we're really tired, like it's time to go to bed, and we weren't tired, we were wired, like super wired, like it's like 1 a.m. We've been really like an hour and a half of us being super annoying, and like 1 a.m. when you're like 10,
that's
like,
a lot. Yeah,
that's late. But like in our bunks, we were just like going back and forth, like talking like, what do you think it feels like to be shot? And like my dad was like, you don't know, you're never gonna know what it feels like to be shot. just go to bed, please. Like it's just back and forth. And then by that time, my dad was like, it's like, Jake, I swear to God, if you don't go to sleep, I'm going to rip your arm off, and Trav, I'm going to beat you with it. And I don't think I've laughed that hard in a long time. My dad, because like all the other dads like started laughing about it too, because like they were awake too, but like wanting to go to sleep. And that it was funny. Yeah, we were like, hey, Trav, Jake, I'm going to rip your arm off, and Trav, I'm going to beat you with it. And my dad started cracking up when he said it, and it was just that was a really fun just moment camping.
Did that work, or
getting my arm ripped off? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, did that
get us to sleep?
you?
I think we were just so exhausted by that point that like we conked out. I can't remember going to sleep. I didn't see the sunrise, but I can't remember going to sleep that
probably
night.
At that point, like you were like really tired, and like you were just looking for something to like piggyback on, and not like
like,
wuss out.
All right, I guess it's time.
Like, oh, okay.
My dad was gonna rip my arm off.
Can't be held.
And then Trav was gonna get beat with it. Like I can't really do anything about that. All right. Yeah, so that's one of my highs of getting my arm ripped off and my dad beating my brother with it.
It's good. It's cyclical again with that C-3PO thing.
Yeah, the arm thing. We get back to it. Like I understand. I that's why. Oh wait, no. I didn't marry C-3PO. I just banged him.
Banged him. Yeah.
Yeah, I just banged him. Yeah. So. Yeah, but I get it. That's why I would be in favor of that. Like you know what,
it's like your dad rips your arm off. C-3PO is like, oh, I hope you don't rip my arm off.
I hope you don't rip my red arm off. Do you notice I have this red arm? God, you're annoying.
It sucks. Like you can't duct tape his mouth. It won't work.
No, because it's like a speaker. You'll hear it through the through the thing.
And then like if you dismantle him, like you're basically having sex with him there.
And you know what? So and
you're only banging him once, so like there's
it's
no
only
point
one time.
in doing it.
So I'll be fine. I can dig it. All right. So, do you have a camping low?
I do have a low.
You have a low?
I hadn't thought of an LOL when I quickly brainstormed, but I did have a low.
We can do it the way Darcy did, had an idea in the first episode. Her idea was, whoa, easy there. You're knocking the microphone around.
Barely touched it.
It's a weak microphone. Where our LOL story has to be a story of a time that we've had together, a funny time.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't have to do with the topic. It can be just its own thing. Which I had the idea about. I'm going to pause it for a second. I'm going to tell you the story I had the idea for because I don't want to spoil it. But yeah, so we can decide to do that instead of doing a camping LOL, which I think would make more sense.
Okay.
Wait, great, perfect. We've changed the entire outlook of the entire podcast. High of a topic, low of a topic, and then LOL about whatever the hell we want it to be.
Like I got LOL stories, but a lot of them are just so short, or it's like it had to be there.
Yeah, which is such. I love you had to be there stories because I tell them all the time, and like nobody laughs. But
yeah,
I don't know. I
live an
interesting life. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right, so let's hear your low before your LOL.
All right. My family was camping. We were camping like further up north, maybe like North Carolina or something.
Yeah.
And then on our way back, we couldn't do the trip all in one day, so we stopped at like it was probably Georgia.
Fair.
At some campground, and it was just a one-night thing. And so we're just kind of, when we get there, the people are like, oh, you can pick whatever spot's available, because they had plenty of spots.
Cool.
So my dad always likes to scope out the area. So we went through the spot. It looked okay, and then there's like a separate area in the back where it was just like this big clearing, and it kind of had like grass and a little bit of weeds instead of like dirts and roads and stuff. It was just like a big open area, and it was kind of enclosed and like this very foresty, weedy area around it. So it was kind of weird. but
just untouched.
But it was there was nobody there or anything, and we were like, oh, this looks cool.
Make this be a spot.
So like we're like, okay, we'll just go in here.
Okay.
And so we go in there, and then we step out to start, setting up the camper and stuff, and it's just bugs, man. Just bugs.
It's like you
everywhere.
You realize why this place is
and we're like, that's why it's empty. I mean, just so many bugs, you can't do anything about it. And like me and my brother, we're just so annoyed, like we just can't handle it.
They're literally bugging you.
My mom just wouldn't. As soon as we got the camper, she just would not come out of it.
Oh, she wouldn't help. She's like, I'm not dealing with them bugs.
And then my dad, like he never manages to get bit by mosquitoes or anything. He's just got immune skin or whatever.
He's got
so
honestly, I don't get bit by mosquitoes that much either, so I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But like my brother has like sugar in his blood or something because he's like, Trav's like covered in mosquitoes. Yeah, all the time. It's like how are you not like covered in mosquito bites right now? I'm like, I'm fine. I don't know.
Yeah, it sucks because we get kind of targeted at least.
Yeah,
but like,
but my dad
was kind of
just enough to where he's like, this is bothering me.
Okay, there's some bugs out here, and then we would put on bug spray.
Doesn't do anything,
and it just didn't seem to do anything. We'd still like feel them hitting our skin.
I'm convinced that stuff doesn't work though.
It does work, but like.
You have to get like the extra grade
stuff. It's like there was so many bugs that they were like sucking in the repellent, and then like others would be like, oh, okay, now there's no repellent.
Like, oh, we got him. Yeah.
It's just it was so bad.
They're like send in the scouts. They're like, all right, the bugs are just coming after. They're like, all right, we killed off them. Now we gotta.
And my dad puts a bunch of bug spray because me and my brother and my mom were just huddled up in the camper because it's game over. Yeah. And then we look outside. My dad's like, hey, you can come out now. It's not so bad after you get enough bug spray. And we're looking at him. He's got literally a dark cloud around his head, just like 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 an inch away from his face in all directions. Just a dark cloud of bugs.
Just a halo of bugs.
You can actually see it, and it's just. Like, oh my God, how can you even see?
He's like, don't worry about it.
And he's trying to do it, and eventually, like, I guess part of it is like he's trying to be tough. And like a half hour later, he comes in, he's like, yeah, the bugs are pretty bad.
You're like, yeah, we've been saying that.
Yeah, and luckily I got the DVD player working, and then we watched Harry Potter.
Nice.
And then we just like stayed inside and went to sleep.
That's so funny.
Because we got there like, maybe after the noon time. So it wasn't a super long day or anything, but
dang, that's funny.
It was pretty bad.
Like,
that or another like mini low was coming back from a camping trip where the previous night we had so much fun. We were a lot of times me and my cousins would camp together.
Yeah.
And sometimes we'd have glow sticks, and then we would in the middle of the night we would just be on like a strip of road or whatever, and then we would just throw glow sticks at each other from far away because all you can see is the glow stick.
And you're like, there's no person, just a glow stick. That's honestly,
and it's kind of hard to see people, and you just peg.
Dude, it gets pretty dark out here. I'd be down to glow stick throw with you.
Yeah, it's awesome.
After this,
that and glow sticks are just awesome.
Period. Yeah, they're cool.
But so sometimes like you have a bad throw or whatever, and they get into the woods, and then you can see it easy, but it's kind of hard to retrieve.
You can't get to it,
Yeah. But anyway, the next day we're driving home and I'm sleeping because I was like sleeping in the car.
Yeah.
I can sleep anywhere pretty much. And like I'm sleeping and it's against the seatbelt, like my ear, and it's like kind of uncomfortable. And I get home and then later I see that there's a tick in my ear, like in the side. God. Like not in it, but... Like,
a tick has something to do with my story too, so yeah.
And I'm like, ew, because like you poke at it and its little legs squirm, even though it's inside of you. And
yep, I know exactly.
That and creepy crawlers kind of freak me out a little bit.
I'm no fan of bugs.
And my mom was like, I cannot pull that out. I can't deal with that.
You're not supposed to squish them on there.
Right, but like with the tweezers.
Yeah.
We had tweezers, and my mom was like, I can't do it, so I had to do it, which wasn't too big of a deal, but it was just like it's
I
weird.
Don't want to. Like it's your own ear.
Yeah, and it's just ugh.
Oh, God.
That's the only time I think I've had a tick on me.
Yeah, in my story, it wasn't me, but it was someone I knew, and oh God, so gross. All right, yeah, that is a low. Those are two pretty low lows. The bugs. They are bug related, both of them. Yeah. You're like, if the nature didn't have bugs, I'd be cool.
Yeah, the ecosystem would be ruined or something.
Yeah, I think
okay
I think we just wouldn't
bit.
have frogs or like lizards. I think that would be like we'd lose them, but like we'd be fine.
Our generation would be okay.
Yeah, we'd be okay. Our place in the food chain would be all right. But yeah, so my low was I was in 5th grade and we went on a camping trip to like in our 5th grade class.
Topic related
camping trip, crazy. And yeah, we went to I don't know, something a Native American sounding place like Okachikawa or something like.
Yep,
false.
one of those. No, like literally the Indian names are weird.
Yeah, they are
like,
weird.
do you know like down west there's a place called Withlacoochee? Which when I saw I was like, wow.
That's hilarious. That's no
it took me forever to pronounce Plalakaha.
Plalakaha.
I mean, for a while I had no idea why
You're
people
like,
called it Park Pals.
you're like, what is Plalakaha? Yeah, Park Pals is where it's at. You remember the wood?
Dude, that place was dope.
That place was dope.
And then it would get like, people would like dig under, and you could get like into the
you could get
confined
down
areas.
There. Yeah. There was some.
Yeah, it was cool.
There were some spots fat kids would get stuck, for sure. But yeah, so we're on this camping trip with my 5th grade class, and my dad was, again, camping guy, was kind of leading like my little group of people that we were doing like, it's not called geocaching. I couldn't think of what it was called. It was like a scavenger hunt, but like for like kids that are like oh, you got to go find this secret rock or something. Like, okay, so we got that. And we were going all around the campsite, and it started to rain. And we were like, because we had found all the stuff, and it was like right at the last minute we had found all the stuff, which was kind of a high because it was kind of cool. And it just started to rain. It's like, oh, good, we got to get back. So we get back to the place and it starts downpouring, and like they start to make dinner for everybody. And I don't know what kind of ground beef they were using, like to make like the burgers for everybody. It was awful, and like I like just smelling it, and I think I was already kind of getting sick already, but like my stomach was like killing me so bad. And like I was in 5th grade, like I was not a tough little kid, but like my stomach hurt so bad I was like starting to cry. And like I went over in the corner and like nobody like saw me over there, but I was crying about it. And my dad was like, "Are you okay? Like do we need to leave?" Like I was like, "No, like I need to." I was trying to like be a man. I was like no, I'm not gonna leave. I'm not gonna leave the campsite. Like I'm trying to be tough. And at no point did I throw up, but like sometimes that's worse. And that was one of those days where I'm like I can't like throw up in front of the people that I know. I'd rather cry than throw up in front of these people. Like that's okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, it didn't. That was a bad day. Oh, and that night, my dad was trying to cheer. I know he was trying to cheer me up, but like me and this kid who I was kind of friends with was like my tent mate, and my dad like came into the tent right before we were about to go to bed. And he was like, "Oh, my stomach is killing me," kind of making fun of me, but he was also like came in there, and I guess my dad bought a fart machine. And he like came in there and like started using the fart machine. It was like, oh, but like the kid that I was in the tent with did not know it was a fart machine. He was just like, "What's going on?" But then he was like he got real comfortable with it because my dad kept doing the joke. I'm the 5th graders, like farts are funny, and like the kid was like, "All right." He starts literally farting like on command, like this kid does, and it smelled so bad in there.
I mean, the tent is a natural Dutch oven, right?
Oh, he created a Dutch oven, and my dad was like trying to fix it, and my stomach hurt. And he was like, "Oh no!" I'm like, my dad's like, "See ya, I gotta go back to my tent with the other dads."
It probably smelled bad from the ground beef.
Oh, the ground beef. That was what it was that gave him all the farts.
Yeah.
But it was like that they gave this kid, and I was like, "Oh no!" And I was like. And my dad was like, "No, it's a fart machine." The kid was like, "Oh no!" Like he started to get embarrassed. He was like, "I'm actually farting. That's not good." But yeah, that tent was not the same after that.
Yeah, it's
Plus, they make you like, it was weird because they didn't give us like sleeping bags. They made us sleep on these like cots, which was awful. Like I couldn't sleep at all. Which is like, it's part of like camping, like not being comfortable while you sleep. Exactly, but yeah, that was not.
I mean, tent camping, yeah.
Tent camping, like is what I mean. Like when you're in an RV or like a pop up, you're.
Yeah, in my
good.
fifth wheel, I always have the best dreams. I just cocoon so hard, and just
you get in, you're like, I'm
so
done.
good.
Like I'm in nature. It's me and
we keep it. We turn the temperature down way low, and
that's That's how I sleep here. I can't I'll put it down to like 65.
Do that. Pull the covers over your head because it's so cold, and you just nice and toasty and go to sleep.
That's the best. Actually, I don't ever put it at 65. I always put it at 69 in here because I'm like, that's hilarious, and I go to bed.
Just chuckle yourself as you fall asleep.
I'm like, pretty good. No, that's cold enough. Yeah.
Just every night, like, yeah.
Every night.
Pretty funny.
That's hilarious. Yo, you know how funny
you high five yourself.
High five. I'm like, that's funny, dude. Very good. And, and that's how I sleep. All right, so we can do an LOL. We can do our LOL. We can both kind of tell the story. You can tell your point of view. I can tell mine.
Yep.
So, this LOL story, we have a few funny stories together, but one of them, probably the funniest night, was, and I have video evidence of it. And honestly, I just got rid of the video evidence. It's off my computer, which sucks. I have it, the raw video, but I don't have the in my computer videos. So, I wanted to shoot a short film, which I still kind of do. I want to finish it, but the actress who was a part of the short film moved to Colorado. She moved to Colorado or Denver?
Did she?
I don't know. She moved away, and I was like, crap, I can't finish the rest of this. So I didn't end up getting it finished, but the scenes that we were able to shoot, there was one scene in particular where it had to be both Eric, my actor, and the actress in bed together, but like they had just finished making sweet, passionate love. And like as I was doing it, I was thinking, how can I rewrite this scene to where it's not in the bedroom? And I'm like, you know what? It's got to be in there. It's got to be in this. So we're shooting it, and my God, I could not feel more uncomfortable. Like shit. We made sure nobody was naked. There was nobody.
Right.
Like,
we couldn't get past the first 3 seconds. We couldn't get past the first. She couldn't stand up or get up in bed.
Well, the way I wanted to shoot it, I wanted to do it as all one shot. So it was I couldn't go back and forth between having you in the bed. And honestly, I probably could have, but the artist in me was like, no, it's got to be one shot from above the bed, looking at both of them. And then I was like, you know what? I probably should have changed this.
How many times did we just laugh?
It was so awkward. But it was really funny. Oh my God. This is definitely a you had to be there story. And honestly, Darcy, I made sure Darcy was there because I had a girl who was in a scantily clad outfit. And I was like, hey, I make sure, I'm not just doing this for me. You're here with me. This is, and, but from your point of view, what was that like, having to be in bed with somebody sure, she was a coworker, but at the same time, you didn't know her. You didn't know her that well. And I was like, you know what? We're getting out of the way first thing. We got to do this the first.
Honestly, Ailish didn't even like me that much, which is
as a human being, yeah.
I don't know why. I never crossed her or anything.
I think she just didn't like people in general.
She did kind of have I don't know.
But she's cool. She's super cool. But yeah, Darcy was in the room, so that's what I had to say about that. She definitely witnessed how awkward it was between you and Ailish and me. Because I was standing on top of the bed, above you guys with the tripod holding it. I'm trying to direct you by holding it. I'm like,
I think the funniest scene was when it was the end of us supposed to be making love, where I'm over her, looking to see her, and she was laughing, you were laughing. Oh my God, that was funny. But yeah, it got it got rough in that. I had to look at the pillow next to her.
Yeah, you couldn't You're like, I can't
Which
look in
didn't
the
help
eyes.
that much, but
Just enough.
just a little bit.
Where's Ailish? We don't know. We were trying to figure it out. Sorry, Darcy just asked where Ailish was. We were all trying to figure this out. If it's Denver or... I don't know.
She's somewhere probably where she doesn't want anybody to know.
Away from, get away
Honestly.
from whatever. Listen, it's not going to get out. All the footage is gone.
Yeah.
Everything was supposed to be tasteful. That was the idea.
I mean, the only pervert, arguably, is the scriptwriter.
It's true. And
Whoever that was.
That was me. But under the pen name, David... What is it? Oh, yeah. Darcy's showing me a picture of my yearbook where me and my brother used to do Jake and Travis podcast, which I thought was funny. You've seen a few of them. You know, they
I've seen at least one.
You've seen at least one. They're pretty good. I'll show you a couple of them.
Yeah, it was solid. I liked it.
Yeah. Yeah, and then after that we got away from shooting in the bed. Oh, but then the best part was
The end?
Was the end when we were like shooting, like throwing. So that there was a part where the idea, and like as I tell it out loud, like the idea is supposed to have like gasoline thrown on him and lit on fire, which is pretty dark kind of concept.
She lights me on fire.
She lights you on fire, which the name of it would have been Burn, which is it's all poetry, man. It's poetry I'm writing. But yeah, so like I filled up a cup with water, which obviously looks like gasoline, and the idea was to throw it on Eric's face, and
when I was asleep.
When you were asleep, like to wake him up. Like obviously gasoline on the face is gonna wake somebody up. So when she did it, she throws it on him because we only got one take at this because we can't let the bed dry. Shoots it and like it like hits him, and then like she like pretends to like put the lighter on you, and you're like like you just put the thing on her face because you're like you break character. You're like you just put it all in my mouth.
It was
so much of it got
I was
in your
like
mouth.
Gurgling some water.
Like just choke on this water. I'm like wow, the gasoline might have killed him if it was real gasoline. But yeah,
it was a forceful water fling at me. It was...
she was like, and Ailish was like, "This is the best day of my life." She's cracking up. So funny. Oh my gosh. But yeah, that was definitely an LOL night for sure. The whole shoot was fun though. And honestly, when I put it together, when I edited it together, it didn't look bad. Yeah. Like I put it in black and white, and it made it kind of like little like noir-y, which is cool. Right.
I can see that.
It was cool though.
Because it was good. I mean, like me and Ailish, we definitely maybe, it's our first time working together. Yeah, you're working together. It was a little scuffy, but
you got to create a chemistry, and I didn't give you guys time for that, and I should have, but you work with what you're given, and that's all we can do in this life.
Yeah.
All right, so that's our podcast. That's my friend Eric here.
Hello.
It's me pointing at him. You can't see me pointing, but like he's waving. Do you have anything that you want to plug before we head on out of here?
No.
Not a single, no Twitter, nothing. Nobody follow you on Snapchat.
Do not try to find me.
For the love of God, do not touch me. Oh no, we didn't mean that.
I am anonymous on this.
Anonymous.
Perfect.
Yeah, so it'll be a fun little episode. So, thank you for coming on.
Also, do the voice modifier on me.
Yeah, it's gonna be like a very deep, like robot sounding voice.
Perfect. Yep.
Honestly, I might do that for mine too. That sounds pretty cool. That might be.
Can't do two voices.
Yeah, two robot. No one's gonna know who's talking. Yeah. They're like, "Is this the podcast?"
The same guy interrupting himself.
This didn't sound like the one with you and Darcy. Like, what are you, man? What are you, man?
Donate to support. Jake's,
donate to support. Yeah,
voice
please.
Change.
Yeah, the whatever.
He has to have throat surgery.
Oh yeah. If you guys want to Venmo either of us, you can.
Yep.
Yeah, just shoot us some money. That'd be cool. But all right. Well, see you next time, and hope we didn't lose all our listeners on this. And
word.
Y'all have a dope evening. Peace.